Alright, today I'm be reacting to Virgil Abloh, Virgil Abloh, how Kanye's Apprentice stole his dream job. Popped up about my recommendations, so I don't know. But it's by Jake Z-Man. I actually seen one of his videos. Jake Z-Man. I seen he did a story thing on Frank Ocean and Travis Scott. I watched both. Oh, and Kid Cudi. I watched all three of those. And I think he did one of Mac Miller. I was about to watch that, but then I think I just fell asleep or something. It was in the middle of the night, so I'm like, man, forget it. Let's just go. Jake Z-Man. Dang, man. Virgil Abloh. I swear I've heard that name before.
Artist. It's
Virgil Abloh.
important the time that you're in. You know, and so the time dictates what makes the work sort of relevant.
You know,
I'm fortunate to be on Earth at what I believe is like the Renaissance. The ability
he stole Kanye's job, so
our own destiny.
Virgil
what does that
is now
mean?
going to be Louis Vuitton's
Is that
first
Angela?
African-American artistic director.
That's dope.
Louis Vuitton. What do you say? Louis Vuitton artistic director.
The next artistic director of menswear at Louis Vuitton.
Virgil Abloh will now be designing.
Oh, Abloh, my bad. I was saying. Alright, Abloh.
Huge.
That's huge.
Virgil Abloh
Hey,
is one of the most
I don't know fashion at all, so I don't know. That's huge.
recognizable names.
I know it's a
in the
big
fashion
company,
today.
but you
His
know.
story is legend by now. He worked with Kanye, started Off-White, and ascended to
He started
Louis Vuitton.
Off-White?
Kanye West has been a longtime supporter of
He
Louis
swear to
Vuitton,
God he started
having done
Off-White.
sneaker collaborations with them and expressing his
Then why Off-White's pretty. Hold on. Off-White pretty successful. Why? I mean, maybe okay.
desire to be their
Bigger and better
artistic
things. Like I
director
guess this
someday.
Louis Vuitton
But
thing is like.
Virgil, Kanye's
bro.
understated creative right-hand man for nearly
He already had a
decade,
successful
pulled
company.
a Star Wars move of sorts
keep
when he
moving
beat out
forward.
his mentor for the coveted position. Kanye still feels
Kanye was his
conflicted about it.
mentor.
I felt
Kanye's putting on everybody, bro, in everything.
bad. I felt like it was supposed to be me. I was the Louis Vuitton Don. People still call me the Louis Vuitton Don when I'm walking down the street.
So how did Virgil get here? How did he create a personal brand so valuable
I
that the
mean-
world's #1 luxury house was willing to bet their future on his
You can't blame
direction?
Virgil.
How
He
did
just took an
Virgil steal
opportunity that was
Kanye's
given to
dream
him. You know
job?
what I'm saying? Bro, yo, this is fire. I can't even lie. It's synced up and all. Bro, this is fire. Okay, this is fire, bro. What is this?
Virgil was born outside of Chicago in Rockford, Illinois. He and his sister were raised by immigrant parents from Ghana. As a kid, he was obsessed with fashion, art, and design. His
Fashion,
early
art,
circuit
and
culture
design.
came from skateboarding and hip-hop. He said, quote, "I was just like an average sort of suburban kid, born in 1980, into watching Michael Jordan or listening to
The
Guns
GOAT?
N' Roses or NWA. When Virgil discovered graffiti in 6th grade, it sparked his passion for drawing. He and his friends would draw Nike shoes.
People
and send
actually
them to the
clean
company,
graffiti.
and he
I don't know.
designed
I just thought like it just stays there forever. I don't know.
When Virgil got to college, he studied engineering at Wisconsin-Madison to please his father.
My dad said,
Right?
like, I always wanted a son as an engineer, and I'm the opposite of like a rebel type. So I was like, that's the least I can do for like for you making that stride from a third world country to, yeah.
Whatever.
Like,
He
I
knows
need to get
fashion.
some-
I'm just like, bro, that fit ain't that fit. Alright, bro.
For
You know, I
making
don't know
that
no
stride
fashion.
from a
I
third
just got
world
my
country
yeah.
yeah, it's like you're gonna get a son.
I guess
an
that's
engineer.
drippy out
After
here.
his undergrad studies, he went
I
back
guess
to
that's
Chicago
drippy.
and
I
got a
don't-
master's
don't-
degree in architecture from the Illinois Institute of Technology. Virgil had a professor that took him under his wing. He told him to learn the computer programs for more than just architecture. And it was during that class that he started making t-shirts. Abloh began taking shopping trips to New York City and eventually started blogging about a wave of brands selling skate clothing without the skateboarding.
So like Supreme stuff? So wasn't Supreme like a skateboarding thing? That's why like Tyler was like messing with it, because Tyler was like a skateboarder and he likes hip hop pretty much.
Person that was
He was
just
wearing Supreme
buying
before
things
it
that
was
were
like
interesting.
Supreme.
In the book, This Is Not a T-Shirt, designer Bobby 100 says, quote, "Defining streetwear is very difficult. A lot of people see t-shirts and ball caps and think it's hip-hop or skater style. But streetwear is simply the merchandise associated with an attitude." Virgil got his first shirts made at a screen printing store in Chicago called Custom Kings. He gave the shop his art files in such perfect format that they literally just hit print. Since he formatted the files perfectly, the store offered him a job. And a couple weeks
For
later,
real?
Don C., a manager for an up-and-coming Chicago rapper named
It's because
Kanye
he,
West,
went
went
into
the store looking for
whatever.
designers.
It's because he formatted it right.
Kanye shortly after, and the two vibed right away because they loved talking about ideas. So in 2007, West hired Abloh to help him realize his growing ambitions beyond music.
Shit, what? 2005?
About ideas.
2005?
So in 2007,
Oh,
West
7, okay. He didn't even put out late
hired
registration yet.
Abloh
This
to
man
help him
wasn't.
realize his
He
growing
put out college.
ambitions
Okay,
beyond
2007, okay. That's like. Isn't that when he put out Graduation? Or is that a little later? I don't know.
Kanye and myself have been friends for 14 years now. We've always been driven by fashion. We've always been the kids in the store, like wanting to know more, because there's something.
2007
like
is
something
dang. 2000. Okay. Okay.
We didn't know, but
Dang.
we appreciated. So that was ironically at the Louis Vuitton store.
2007 is long ago now.
For almost a decade, Virgil was Kanye's personal creative director. He was the co-designer of Kanye West's 808s and Heartbreak cover, and he was in charge of art direction for My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, Watch the Throne, and the Yeezus tour.
He's like a strategist. I'm the emoter. I'm like Tesla. I'm thinking of all the ideas, like Nikola Tesla, like not the car. And I'm thinking of all these ideas, and Virgil's able to take all of those ideas and then architect them, because he is an architect.
Kanye's history in the fashion industry is as long and involved as his career in music. And since he burst onto the scene in 2004, his impact on men's fashion may be unmatched.
Oh, okay.
The College Dropout shattered the mold of gangsta rap in favor of a more introspective, self-aware style of rap. It shifted the landscape of hip-hop sonically, and also changed the world's perception on what a rapper should look like. Ye traded in baggy jeans and triple XL tees for bright-colored rugby shirts, pink polos, and Louis Vuitton backpacks. One of Kanye's first notable sneaker collaborations happened in 2009 with Louis Vuitton. This project led him and his team to Paris.
Kanye's like, wait, Paris Fashion Week? This is what the new
the history of Kanye. What? Alright, bro.
You know, like, I'm gonna use this door. He invited all of us to go with him, because he knew that that's what we were into. He's like, this is where the designers at. These are where the ideas are coming from.
Paris.
While in Paris, Kanye's team wound up in a squad photo outside of a show that was parodied relentlessly. First online and then on South Park.
Do you remember South Park
fish
photo?
sticks.
Yeah, dude. Remember how funny that was? Do you think there would be a Givenchy in the hood if it wasn't for that South Park photo?
Yeah.
But no one thinks about that. No one thinks about the names I got called for, like, wearing tight jeans.
For Abloh, the ridicule was well worth the opportunity.
This man
could tell that the party they were crashing was missing something, and they could provide it. He said, quote, "We were a generation that was interested in fashion and weren't supposed to be there. We saw this as our chance to participate and make current culture. In a lot of ways, it felt like we were bringing more excitement than the industry was." As Kanye's aspirations grew, Abloh became a collaborator in Donda, a company named after Kanye's mother. For years, what Donda actually was remained mysterious, but Virgil, the laptop-holding man seen with Kanye everywhere, was tasked with turning aspiration into actual projects.
Working with Kanye, he at one time said something that's super profound and had an impact on me.
Bro, Kanye was doing all this, working with all these people while doing music as well. That's crazy.
Like, if we
You've been doing this and music at wow. That okay.
In June 2012, Kanye released the Air
See, yeah,
Yeezy 2,
this what I was
which would
thinking
be the
when I
last
said
silhouette
Nike,
he
yeah.
ever designed for Nike. The shoes sold out immediately and today resell for over $7,500. However,
They're
Nike
Yeezys.
never offered him a formal deal. In December 2012, Virgil started his first clothing label, Pyrex Vision. Wes was seen wearing the
Pyrex.
brand multiple times over the next few months. Although Pyrex was met with underground acclaim, Virgil thought of it as more of an art project than fashion brand, so he stopped it immediately to make way for his next idea.
Off-White.
Following the release of Kanye
Off-White.
West's sixth studio album, Yeezus, Ye did a string of epic interviews where he outlined his frustration with the fashion industry.
I am so frustrated. Like, I am so...
You ain't
I
got the
so
answers.
much
You
I wanna
ain't-
give. I've got ideas on color palettes.
It's not
I've
when
got
he was like,
ideas on silhouette.
what does she know about cameras? That one. What is she?
Cause look at Gaga. She's the creative director of Polaroid. I like some of the Gaga songs. What the fuck does she know about cameras?
And I've got a million people telling me why I can't do it. You know, that I'm not a real designer, I'm not this. I'm not a real rapper either. I'm not a real musician either. Like,
That's not true. You you've bent what a rapper is, so you fit, bro. Your music was that fire that people bent what a rapper was at the time just so you can fit. Like,
I don't know how to play
that's how
the
much
piano.
heat you had, bro.
Like, I'm an artist. I went to art college.
He said that without a large corporation's backing,
Plus his voice was that high. Hold up.
How to play the piano. Like, I'm an artist. I went to art college.
he said that without
Was
a
his
large
voice pitched up? What
corporation's
was that?
backing, the most he'd be able to design would be
T-shirts. That's the most we can make. T-shirts. We can have our best perspective on T-shirts. But if it's anything else, your Truman Show boat is hitting the wall.
I mean, you can do some pants. I'm seeing YouTubers have some shirts, some pants, some artists. Travis Scott, he got some shirts. He actually got I think he got a shoe with Nike. Yeah, you need that backing for shoes.
Limited to only one place of creativity.
I think
Jones was one
Tyler
significant
has a
fashion
shoe,
figure that took
but
Kanye and
Vans.
Virgil seriously.
I don't
from
think
the
he has,
jump.
like,
He's the former men's
Nikes.
artistic director of Louis Vuitton and current creative director of Dior Homme. He became a
You need to
mentor
do.
to Virgil.
You know, I've slept on his couch. I've like forced him to teach me, like front room in Maida Vale, and like spend a summer sitting there.
I remember getting all the old Japanese magazines out for you and Kanye, and we're going through them with post-it notes.
Yeah, it's like but we found somebody in the industry before they used the term streetwear or luxury. He was practicing that, going through, like bringing forth like street culture ideas through the high fashion system.
That notion of merging worlds was inspiring to Virgil and laid the foundation for his next brand, Off-White.
Off-White.
The design aesthetic is based around diagonal lines. When Virgil started Off-White, he couldn't get a fashion writer to write about his project. But with Instagram, he said he took an open source tool and made it his magazine. It made it possible for him to have a fashion brand without using the traditional
the
system.
sweats.
And having been Kanye's creative director for years,
Bro, this is
Virgil
really
had
their
friends in
office.
very high places.
It's like
who
some
would
TV
even wear
show
his
stuff,
stuff.
so.
Soon, people like
It's
Jay-Z,
just like,
Beyonce, Kendall Jenner, and Drake, among others, were being
Off-White.
photographed
That look
wearing his
clean.
brand.
That looks clean.
Off-White was becoming ubiquitous. With
They had
people who
some
are ubiquitous.
fire
Kanye
stuff.
signed a fashion deal with Adidas, which was the first big platform that was willing to offer him royalties and a chance to design a collection.
The old me without a daughter might have taken the Nike deal because I just love Nike so much, blah, blah, blah. But the new me with a daughter
just love
takes
Nike?
the Adidas deal because I have royalties and I have...
You would have not took Nike just because you like Nike. Get out of here,
provide
bro.
for my family.
Nobody would take Nike. Nobody would take Nike if they don't. If you making them bands and they don't respect you, like you're gonna go to a company that respects you. Like there was a video about Steph Curry. When Steph Curry was early on, Nike did not respect him. They used a presentation that I think they used on Kevin Durant or somebody else, and they didn't even get his name right. But Reebok came with the respecting him as a player, as a person, as a brand, and he signed to them and he put Reebok on. And look at him now.
With these drops, Kanye helped
Steph Curry's
change the
a face of the
perception
NBA,
Adidas
even though he's
sold.
injured.
He turned them
And,
into
like,
a popping brand.
made 'em
Whereas
crazy.
before, Nike was really the only game in town. In 2017, Off-White partnered with Nike to redesign 10 of the company's best-selling.
Okay, yeah.
Virgil said
They just okay. So they don't. What? That don't mean whatever.
Collaboration. I called it.
They mess with him, but they don't mess with Ye. I swear Ye was way bigger than Off-White. Off-White.
Potential career.
Alright, whatever. Potential career
Like,
suicide.
sneakers are the most sacred thing. Everyone has a valid opinion. So it's a trust that I'm grateful for.
The 10 project included sneakers from Nike, as well as Nike-owned brands Converse and Jordan. Abloh said, quote, "It's larger than design culture. These 10 shoes have broken barriers in performance and style. To me, they're on the same level as the sculpture of David or the Mona Lisa."
And they're gonna get dirty in a week. All that white on those shoes, they to the people that don't respect them, which is 97% of everybody who buys a shoe, they will get dirty in a week. Simple.
By stars like A$AP Rocky, Kim Jones, and Naomi Campbell. When they did drop, the sneakers sold out immediately, and most of them resell for over $1,000 today.
Dumb.
Kanye was quick to point out that the Nike sneakers got hot again because they offered deals to his former team.
And the funny thing is, look at Nike now.
Facts.
All of the
Just
people
get
that ever worked with
facts.
are like the hottest people at Nike now. Like they gave them the deals because we left and ripped their heads off.
But ultimately,
Talk
he
to
said he
him.
understood why Virgil took the Nike
Talk to
deal.
him.
They got families, bro.
Of course, yeah.
You know, these corporations, they provide an opportunity. These are my friends. They have families.
Yeah,
I'm not
it's a
gonna
great
provide the same
opportunity. Like
I'm not gonna
you gotta
take
take.
it away either. If you're really, you know, close to me, it's just gonna be my brand. So if people, you know, want to build their own brand, actually need to be as far away from me as possible.
In a very short amount of time, both Yeezy and Off-White had become two of the hottest brands in the world. But both guys understood that with being a new brand, they had a lot of limitations compared to established luxury brands with thousands of stores and factories.
Well,
And both of
Yeezys
them
are
viewed Louis Vuitton
established.
as the pinnacle. It's among
Louis
the most
Vuitton is
prestigious fashion
established.
houses, and it's the world's biggest luxury brand with a valuation at over $28 billion. At the end of 2017,
No way, 28 B's, 28
to securing a deal with Louis Vuitton.
28
Kanye said he
billion.
met with Bernard Arnault, who is chairman and CEO of LVMH, a conglomerate that owns Louis Vuitton. Ye said, quote, "We had a deal on the table that we shook on. I did some performances at their museum, and then 3 months later, the deal got dropped at the board. Just a few months later, they tapped Virgil Abloh to be creative director of menswear." Abloh was an unorthodox choice. He's a black American and has no high fashion pedigree in an industry with a storied reputation for being exclusive and largely European. He became the first black designer to be given this position in the history of LVMH. For Virgil, this was something he could have never dreamt of.
I did not ever think that I could be a designer with a capital D because no one looked like me. Just plain and simple. I couldn't see it. I was like, I'll never get the capitalization. I might just be a designer, but I might do it and do another career because I was like, I don't see people that look like me. I have to get struck by a certain type of lightning to get that sort of epiphany to be someone to tap me with a wand and say, you're a designer.
Kanye revealed that Virgil's appointment was tough for him on several fronts. One, he had his own deal that fell through, and second, Virgil was his guy, and they took his top designer from him. Kanye always thought he'd be the one getting the job offer.
I felt bad. I felt like it was supposed to be me. I was the Louis Vuitton Don. People still call me the Louis Vuitton Don when I'm walking down the street.
Kanye said ultimately Bernard could have picked anyone he wanted to be the head of Louis Vuitton. So when Virgil asked Ye to attend his first show in Paris in June 2018, he knew he had to go. Kanye said, quote, "If I didn't go, who was I then? No one knew that the deal had been pulled. No one knew that this was the beginning of me going to the hospital. No one knew how this game is."
What?
At the end of the show, Virgil got a standing ovation. Among them was Ablow's mentor, Kanye West.
I really like
who
messed
hugged the
him.
emotional designer
Dang,
as he
bro.
died and admitted to the audience that he was very proud.
What I love about when I hugged Virgil is he showed me that actually we're all playing on the same court. He ran that touchdown in for us all, because there was a time where we all were crazy. There's a time when there was fish sticks in South Park. Now everybody want to pull up at a fashion show.
Well, Kanye was the guy when it was completely.
That's a fact, bro. That's a.
That said.
Okay. That's okay, bro.
Typecast.
That's a fact.
Like, he willed it for us.
Fish sticks. You a gay fish. I'm about to watch that episode after this too. That South Park episode. That one was.
In my
what was I? Yeah.
It was him down the runway. The one thing that has to be stressed about that show is that it actually wasn't me on the runway. You know, it was the community. That show was us. You know, and that link wouldn't have happened unless, you know, I acknowledged that Kanye stood from a mountaintop long ago and yelled, saying, the future of fashion will be like this.
Abloh's appointment represents a new wave in fashion and demonstrates that the industry is now taking streetwear seriously, as is often
what was
the
he
case
looking
with
at?
Abloh's
What was he steady staring? I mean, maybe I do that sometimes, just being deep thought.
And demonstrates that the industry is now taking streetwear seriously, as is often the case with Abloh's work. The designer's move to Louis Vuitton has divided opinions. To some, it's the dawn of a new era in fashion, but to others, it's a sad victory for hype over originality.
Kid Cudi?
With critics citing Abloh as not a design genius, but rather a smart communicator that got the system to think he is. So why did Virgil get the appointment over Kanye? Ultimately, I think it came down to perception. In many ways, Kanye West is divisive and too much of a liability.
He's controversial.
He's never shied away from offering his takes on race and politics. Abloh, on the other hand, has acknowledged race more subtly. He's intelligent, educated, well-spoken,
Harvard University.
And he speaks to a young, diverse demographic thanks to his wild success at Off-White.
True.
So
he is clean. He's way cleaner,
less
controversial than Ye.
But I guess the point of the story here is that there's never one way to success. You look at Kanye today, and his apparel brand Yeezy is a multi-billion-dollar empire. Forbes estimates West earned over $150 million last year. Kanye said in some ways he's blessed he didn't get the offer. And if a fashion house offered him a job today, he'd likely turn it down.
I am in too good of a position to take a job where I have to be away from my wife and my son and my daughters. That just don't make no sense. For what? Family is your most important currency.
Virgil is still at the helm of Louis Vuitton and Off-White and seems as happy and inspired as ever.
Both?
He said, I want to share what I've been able to discover with more kids who come from where I come from, and look how I look.
I thought he would sacrifice Off-White for her, but he could do both.
I just want to make sure that the door is open for a room of these kids to feel like they can design fashion and be on a runway.
Both Virgil and Kanye are inspirations. They fought to be where they are today, and they are outsiders no longer.
Hey, I didn't know that. Okay. Okay. Fashion is serious. Billions. Okay. I mean, he didn't steal. Good title, but he ain't steal. They offered him the job, he took it. They was like, yay, without saying it to his face. To avoid it, it didn't come through, man. It didn't come through. You too controversial, pretty much. Too controversial, I guess. Hey, man. I mean, Yeezys are worth billions, so he doing fine. Still has a music career, but Virgil, what's his name? I gotta remember this. Virgil Abloh, doing big things, bro. But yeah, I'm out. Interesting video, bro. Probably never watch something fashion related on this YouTube channel. Probably not. That was an interesting story. I'm out. Bye.